Hey there, Dani K coming to you from Dani K Gym Wellness. Today's tip comes to you from Jeff. He doesn't even know it, but I was watching his video. Jeff, good friend of mine, he always writes morning thoughts. Well, he was running late and he didn't write his morning thought. He spoke it. And sometimes when you speak whatever he spoke, it kind of brings home more instead of reading it, because then you see that person's passion, or that person's fed upness, or that person's, whatever, happiness, or whatever it might be, whatever they're trying to exude, instead of just reading it and kind of guesstimating what they're thinking. So basically his tip, or his thought for the day, which is now my tip, be better, is what he said. Be better. And just everybody, I mean, we've got all kinds of shit going on in the world, and in our own homes, in our own brains, in Paris, New York now is, there's some threats. They're uncredible, or however you want to say it, threats that they think it's just, old footage being montaged together or whatever. But regardless, we can't control everybody else, but we can control ourselves, and we can be the best me, us, you that we can be. And, I had a conversation on Facebook the other day with a friend as well, and she's, just drained of, giving herself to all the time. There's nothing left of her to give. Nobody else is replenishing, and how do you continue to be a better person and continue to give to people and be happy and be up, or whatever it is, when you're so drained and you're so depleted. And, and I think everybody, I'm watching Facebook, I listen to Jeff's message, and, and myself in general, I think everybody is just, headed up to here, just completely fed up. They're depleted, they're drained, I mean, you can just scroll through the Facebook news feeds and just see that people are depleted, they are drained, they are fed up, they're aggravated, they're irritated. Well, what can we do? Well, obviously we can't fix ISIS, we can't fix Paris, we can't fix 9/11, we can't fix any of that, but what we can fix is us, and how we perceive ourselves, and how we perceive ourselves to other people. The conversation that I had the other day with a friend of mine, it's just like, you're so depleted, you don't want to be a good person to someone else, because they keep screwing you over. You keep feeling like you keep getting screwed over. And my thing back to that was, then that's that person's karma. If whoever continues to screw you, and you're just like fed up, and you're just like, screw it, I'm gonna screw everybody else, well, that's not fair either. And you know what, that's karma. And that's something that is a big thing for me. Everybody who knows me knows that if somebody shits on me, or somebody talks nasty to me, or somebody does something whatever, I'm not going to do that back to them. Because even if you want to, like, even in your brain, you're like, oh my God, I just want to punch them in the head. I'm not going to punch anybody in the head, because one, I wouldn't want that done to me, and two, I'm too afraid of karma. I mean, if you in general aren't afraid of karma, and you want to give me shit, and you want to talk bad about me, or you want to punch me in the head, or whatever it is, whatever negative thing that you want to put onto me or someone else or whatever, for me, that's your karma. I'm not going to do that to you. I'm going to be better, be a better person, look and see how you're treating that person, or how you're treating me, and say, you know what? That cycle stops here. I'm not going to do that back to you just because you did it to me. I'm going to continue to be better, and continue to treat people the way I want to be treated. And maybe, hopefully, through that process, Lord willing, you weed those asses out that, treat you like crap, and you bring those people. I mean, I'm blessed. Like, I'm looking all over, like, even just yesterday at my fundraiser, I am hugely blessed. And I was talking to my early morning client today, and she got tears in her eyes about how incredibly I've touched so many people's lives, that they came to my fundraiser event to, yes, support cancer, and everybody's been touched by it, but they know my passion. And through that, I'm not only trying to be the best me that I possibly can be, but I see how it's affected, and people see how that's affected me, and I still keep going. And that's hopefully making them be a better them. And you know, it was just such an incredible atmosphere last night. And you know, everybody knows why I'm there. Everybody knows why I do it. And you know, I try and kick cancer's ass because it kicked my mom's ass. And you know what? Fuck you, cancer. I can't stand you. So instead of turning that into, you know, yeah, I said I can't stand you, but instead of turning that into hate and being like held down by that, I'm boosting myself up, and you know what, trying to be a better me, trying to better, you know, what my mom was trying to do, and trying to do something with that and make it a positive, turn everything around into a positive. So instead of feeling that negative and pushing back with more negative, stop that cycle, be better, and push forward with a positive. You know, eventually either that person's going to break, or that person's going to be weeded out, or that person isn't going to do that to you anymore, you know, or, you know, hopefully, Lord willing, that person says, you know what, wow, I treated you like shit and you smiled back at me. I'm going to smile back at you. And maybe there, again, that cycle breaks and you're a better person, you are better, and then that helped them be better, and maybe possibly they make that other person be better. There's just too much shit going on in this world, and you know, and if we don't start with ourselves, the man in the mirror, you know, Michael Jackson pun intended, if we don't start with ourselves and project that positive and project being better, then the negative and the bad cycle keeps continuing, and that can work with even working out. You know, being, you know, if you're a better it'll project in your health, it'll project in your sleep, it'll project in, you know, your face, your smile, your expressions, the people you hang out with, you know, and the more you project positive and being better, the more being better and the more better people and the more positive things come back onto you. And some people might be so low that they think, oh, that's bullshit. Trust me, I've been at low points, maybe not as low as some people, but I've been to my lowest points. And coming out of that, I have been scarred, I have been effed up, I have been screwed, and I still will not treat people the way, in those negative ways that they've treated me. I'm still going to be the better person. I'm still going to take that higher road. You can say whatever you want to say to me, but guess what? I am not going to lower myself, because I've been low, you know, just in life. Life has brought me down in several areas of my life. And the only way that you can get out of that is to dig deep. And, you know, sometimes you have help, and sometimes you are so damn depleted that I have nothing left to give. And some of my friends have seen that, and they've heard my cries and seen my tears and saying, you know what, I can't give any more. Like, what the hell am I supposed to do? But you dig deep and you just give even just a little bit, and it comes back, and then it sort of replenishes you. And it may sound stupid, it may sound like a cliche. I can never say that word, but it does, it works. So if you're feeling down, help someone. Even though you feel like you have nothing left, be better. If you are better, you project better and you get better. I promise. It just try it. Just try it. Be positive. Be as positive as you possibly can. Even when you're feeling down and negative and like you want to wring somebody's neck, don't wring that person's neck. Wave to them and say hi, or just don't say anything at all. You know what I mean? Like, kind of just drop it. You've had that. People come at you with certain conversations or whatever, and if you don't want to engage, if you engage, then that keeps this going. But if you say, if they're coming at you and you want to be a better person and be better, either just don't engage at all, or just say, you know what, I'm done with this conversation. I'm not going there. Bye. And then that person leaves because you're not engaging. If you're in a ring fighting and boxing, you know, if you throw a punch, they throw a punch. You throw a punch, they throw a punch. And that's what happens. So if they throw a punch and you're like, you know what, I'm not engaging, and walk away, or don't even acknowledge that they even threw a punch, they won't throw another punch. But if you throw a punch back, they're going to throw another punch, and it's going to be like this. So be better. Be better, and I guarantee you the stress, a lot of stress will go away. You're still going to have shit come down on you, but the more better you are, and the better you are at handling those things in a more positive way, the easier it'll come to you to being able to handle it and being less stressed with it. You know, stress, it's still going to happen, but if you add to it, it's going to add to it. But if you take away and just kind of look at the positive thought about it, you know, I mean, you know, yes, this happened, but look, if this didn't happen, I wouldn't have had this, or I wouldn't have met that person, or I wouldn't be here, I wouldn't be this, or whatever, you know. So look at the positive, be better. There's too much shit going on in this world. We need people to step up and be better instead of just taking and being negative and mean and nasty along with everybody else. Don't be mean and nasty. If somebody's mean and nasty with you, either separate yourself from them, or, you know, just say, hey, what's going on? Just be nice back. As my mom used to say, kill them with kindness, right? That's what happens. Be better. The world needs it. Stay in tune, stay informed, stay motivated. Bye.